Okay, I got it. No wonder it wasn't getting my voice. Yeah, okay. I got it. We got it fixed. Hi, Mary Jane. Hi, Katia. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Janella. Who else did I miss? Robin. I know there's more here. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I'm running for a commercial on Verizon here, folks. Let me know. All right, we have sound. Yeah, I forgot to plug in the mic. Excuse me. I had to charge it after the last class, and there is blonde hair underneath this gray. Trust me. Now we're going to experience buffering and things like that tonight. He's going to have to work on this. I guess I should have held off. I don't know. I wanted to get back to the classes and get normalcy going again. So, do y'all have any questions from earlier today? Hi, Sue. Hi, Teresa. I didn't even see you slip in there. I don't know. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, we figured out what it was. Well, husband did. I didn't know my computer had a mic on it. Yeah, I'm not technically savvy, okay, folks? Let's get real. Everybody thinks I am. I'm not. And I got a laptop that I run everything off of. Well, it seems there is a mic on that laptop, and that's why y'all was getting the back feed. So, yeah. Hi, Harala. Well, thank you. I'm loving it. You've been in for a while, huh, Teresa? Well, I didn't see you just slipped in that back door, and my eyes was turned the other way. Hi, Teresa. By the way, Miss Teresa Woods, one of our students has now got her artisans. I'm so proud. Hi, Fred. She's going to make Master Tatter. That I believe. So, anywho, if y'all look down below, it will show you we've got some new emojis down there that y'all can play with. There's a couple of Halloween emojis that came up. So, y'all can play with them. You came in about 5:45 Mountain Time. Yeah, I've been fighting sleep for the past 2 hours. We had a really good supper. You know how when you cook a good meal and you eat, you just get sleepy? Well, yeah. I got sleepy. We've been eating a lot of restaurant food trying to get the rig put together. I hate restaurant food. And here it's been a crapshoot whether it's edible or not. I mean, we bought supper one night and I just walked over and threw it away after 2 bites. It was that nasty. $45 and we threw it away. Yep. So, y'all ready for tonight? We're going to do some fun things. I'm going to show you some fun things. And then we're going to discuss some fun things. So it's going to be like a show and tell type class tonight. And it's going to be things you can do to make your tatting travels more fun, more exciting, and yet more helpful. Okay? So I'm really looking forward to this. Y'all are going to get to see my travels throughout the years. Yeah, that sounds good. Big pot of beef stew. We got to get our Instapot out of storage. He's going over there to sometime in the rest of this week. We're moving the rig on Saturday, and we're going to be heading to Alabama. So yeah, we'll see how she does on the road. We've only took her from Orlando to here where we're at now in Wildwood. So not very far, about an hour and a half. But that hour and a half, we didn't even realize she was back there. Because, I mean, it didn't do half of what the other rig did. The other rig chucked a lot as we was going down the road. And by the time we get to our destination, I felt like I was in another car wreck and had whiplash real bad. So this one, it didn't chuck, but it's a lot longer than the other one was. So, but yeah, it's more like a house. So, with that, let's get on. Let's do our housekeeping first. Hi, Carol. If you are watching this and you're not a registered enrolled student with the online tatting class, please hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and the like button. And if you find that this information is helpful to you, you can leave a super thanks or a super sticker. And the money that we earn off of the channel will go for camera equipment, computers, things such as that, so that we can give you the best quality classes that you can get anywhere for free, okay? And also it pays for our website. You're free to browse our website. You're free to join the classes. Nothing costs you anything with these classes. All it costs you is your time and the want to learn, okay? And we're going to teach you how to make handmade lace in a style called tatting. So with that said, everybody give us a like. It helps our algorithm. It will help us get advertisement through YouTube as well. So with that said, I'm going to take the camera and go down, and we're going to look at what's on my table. All these little fun goodies. So with that said, you see a stack of tatting here. Now this is my own personal tatting. Some of this is from way back when I first met Georgia and started taking these classes from Georgia. Now, my tatting back then was just like yours as a beginner is going to be. Okay? We all go through this phase. Every single one of us. But my way of tackling the beginner courses and getting used to tatting was to tat doilies using rounds of what I had learned in each class. Okay? This one was my needle tatting adventure. This one said, no, you don't like needle tatting. Okay? Because if you will look, this one is needle. They're both done with Aunt Lydia's size 10 thread, crochet thread, okay? And if you will look and see, you can see how much bulkier the tatting is on this one versus this one. So this is where my love for shuttle tatting landed, all right? Now, mind you, these pieces are as old as I've been tatting, which is about 15 years, okay? So, this one represents every technique I learned in the beginner's shuttle tatting class. Each round is got different techniques in it. This is the pattern that everyone, oh, I've got to have that pattern. There is no pattern for this because your stitch counts are different throughout it, okay? It's not really a good piece, to be honest with you, but it was my first work, and I was so proud to be able to accomplish that. And that's what I want all you beginners to learn. Be proud of what you accomplish. Don't look at it with mistakes in mind. Look at your progress. Okay? So, that said, we're going to move on as I got more experience and I went into this. Now, this is a doily I had gotten off of Nancy Tracy's website. I don't know if it's still around. She's since quit tatting, basically. And so I don't know if her website's still up or not. It used to be called Be Stitched. And this is one of the patterns she had on it. Again, this is Elizabeth thread, size 10. Can you see how this is tatted? My stitches are all crooked. Some of my rings closed, some of them met, some of them didn't. This is early on. You are going to have these problems. Have faith. They will go away. Practice does make perfect in tatting. All right? Now, let's move on. My next adventure was this. I wanted a centerpiece to lay on my coffee table. And this pattern here I've seen somewhere, and I fell in love with it. And all it is a square motif. And it's just a bunch of squares joined together. But if you look at it, it looks like rounds of tatting, okay? And as you can see, my stitch works a lot better in this one. So you can see the progress that I was making. Again, don't look at your mistakes. Look at your progress. Because if you look at your mistakes, you're going to get a negative feeling about tatting. Trust me on this. At one point, I was so aggravated with myself because I just couldn't get it. I gave away my tatting thread, my shuttles, everything. I said, no, I'm not going to do it. I can't do this. This is too complicated. And then I had the talk with myself, and I said, nothing is going to stop you. You want to do this. You will succeed. You just got to go about it with a different attitude. So then I quit looking at mistakes and looked at progress. That's when I really started honing in my skill. And this was another doily that was on Nancy's site. This is one where I learned front side, back side tatting on. You can see. There are some mistakes in it, but you can see the improvements as time goes on. Same with all of these. There are mistakes, okay? But you can see where the improvement is happening as time goes on. And it just continues to get better and better and better. And yours will too. So don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. No, it will get better. And my latest piece that I did, let me get down here to it. And this was one that I had tatted right before my mom had passed, was this one. She seen this pattern in one of my books. And she said, oh, that is so pretty. And she had an angel that she had sitting, a glass angel that sat on her dresser. She said, I'd love to have that for my angel to sit on. And her favorite color is blue. And I made this for her, and it's set underneath that glass angel all the way up to the day we moved out of that house. So yeah, that one has memories attached, but it also is a more uniform tatted piece. And as you can see, in the earlier lesson, we had bare thread space. These are bare thread space, but they're picots, okay? Long picots. And they are measured picots, so all these rings are even. This too is something you will learn as you progress in these classes. All right? Now, lastly, this is last year's, I think it was the Easter project. I took Priscilla's pattern, and I had seen one similar to it on Facebook. It could have been the pattern itself. I don't quite remember, but it looked like an egg, okay? And you put a yellow center and you've got an egg. And I believe it was for Easter. But as you can see, it does look like an egg, doesn't it? So that was something we did in class. I think it was last year or the year before. I can't really remember when. Time gets away from me sometimes. But as you can see, even then, and I hadn't tatted a lot when I was going through the process of taking care of my mom and stuff. I didn't have much time for me. And my tatting suffered. Things are off, but it's still pretty good. And it all comes back to you. Your mind never loses muscle memory. And that is what tatting is. Muscle memory. Okay? So, thinking of that, how on earth can we keep track of all these techniques and, you know, handy-dandy tools at our disposal? Well, I have lost my book. I have no idea where it's at. It's packed up somewhere, and somewhere is in a 10 by 10 storage unit that is full to the brim. But I did find some of my notes, and as you can see, they are on index cards. They have their little notations. Now, this is the 1-inch chains I was talking about earlier. And as you can see, each one has the name of the thread that I used, okay? And it has the amount of stitches per inch. See? And that's one of the things that I want you all to work on, because this will help you as you're tatting. This is a must-have in your tatting toolbox, okay? Because especially if you plan on designing and you're making your design in Inkscape, which Sue is teaching, then this will help you know how many stitches it takes on that chain that you're working on. Okay? It will help you on your counts for your patterns. So yes, tatting toolbox part 1, this. All right? Now, in that toolbox, I had a binder that looks similar to this, but it had a hard body to it. This is like plastic. It's moldable, okay? And I had my cards in that binder, okay? Let me get it up here. I had it in the binder, and I could flip through like this and see what I needed. Well, for some reason, all I have left out of that is this, okay? And I found these papers as well that was in the pocket. Now, how they got out, I don't know. But it's different chains. It's when we was doing chain theory in the design class. Now, you see how these classes all work together, right? And what I did is, as I did these chains and I did these techniques, I took notes so that I could reflect back on these notes. This was supposed to be transpired over to the index cards, and I just never got the time to do it, because when I was doing this chain theory is when my mom was getting sick, and I had to travel 2 hours just to get to her house when she called. So doing this stuff ended up on the back burner, but I still kept my notes. But this is all I can find out of my notes, and I had a truckload of notes. So what I'm going to do is redo this, and we're going to put it on index cards, and we're going to fix our little book up. All right, my book, I had it all laid out in categories. If it was rings, split rings, you know, thrown rings, whatever, I had the diagram here, okay, or the picture here, the actual tatted piece, whatever you want to call it, and then the explanation, how to do that. Then I could flip. My rings were together, my chains were together, my picots were together, everything you could do, joins, all that. And I had it flagged with, you had these little stick-on index labels on the side. I had it indexed, okay? And it helped me in my beginning days of tatting. Now, you know, yeah, I have to go watch my videos, folks, because there is so much to know in tatting, you can't retain it all. That is why if you're away from a computer, you got your little book that's got all your little notes. You don't need the computer to watch the videos. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, Pam. I did mine by hand. You seen those? Let me show you. These I did by hand, and what I did, these are labels. And I had printed all the labels before I even tatted these chains. And then I laid my labels out according to the order. Like if I was working with the DMC, all the DMCs was together. That's how I did that. And, you know, it really did help me. Now, this is, you know, everyday use, okay? Now, I also have a tatting journal, okay, that I keep. I can't find it, but I can find one of my lace journals, and this is a lace journal. That's all it is. It's a lace journal. Move that cord out of the way. And this lace journal has tatting in it, has bobbin lace, it has crocheted lace, it has filet lace, it has you name it lace, okay, all throughout it. And it's just an inspiration book, is basically what it is. And I go through this and I'm looking for something in particular, and I say, wait a minute, that's pretty. I wonder if I could recreate that in tatting. Like this right here, this trim. Can I recreate this trim in tatting? Yes, I can. If I need this trim for a hanky, I can recreate that. Just have to have a little bit of imagination. And Sue's going to show you how to do that in her classes. Okay? So, this here, this is like, it's a stretchy lace. Okay? See, it stretches, it gives. But it looks like some kind of a bobbin lace or something like that could be recreated making this pattern. And that's why my lace journal is more of inspiration to me than anything else. And there is bits of tatting in here throughout, my own tatting. And I just, you know, love lace. I love all kinds of lace. This here is Mrs. Odom's Daisy. That is the first time I ever tatted that pattern, and it drove me insane. I love it. I love the pattern itself, but it absolutely drove me insane. So I'm not going to lie to you. This here is crocheted, fine crochet lace, you know, and I've got different laces, as you can see throughout. Some of the laces I have in here are vintage laces. And, you know, I look at them and I say, what can I do in tatting that will give me that same look? And it makes you think, okay? It makes you look outside the box. But you have to start as a beginner, okay? You have to have what I call a lace eye. And a lace eye is, you look at lace differently than most people. Most people look at it, well, I want that on my wedding dress, okay? Or I want that to go on a collar or something like in that category. Okay, but let me switch this back up. But what that does is it gives you an opportunity to think ahead of your future. And that's where your little notebook or your lace journal comes in handy. If you're out somewhere, secondhand shops is a great place to look at vintage laces. And you see some vintage lace there that's not tatted, but it catches your eye. Go ahead and get it and put it in your lace journal. As you progress in your tatting, try to recreate that. Okay? And you're not looking at it as a designer. You're looking at it as a lace lover. And you want that lace for a specific reason. Okay? And then when you learn design, you'll be able to recreate that even more precise. Okay? But for beginners, no, you're not going to get to that point for a while. As with any craft around, you are not going to be that good yet, but you will be. There's no way around it. If you're going to sit down and you're going to take pains and you're going to learn this, no, you're going to make mistakes. We call the mistakes a decorative element. Okay? It was intentional. We never admit our mistakes. We're lace makers. Okay? We just do not admit mistakes. They're decorative elements. We meant to do that. Okay? So, with that said, today's lesson earlier was bare thread space versus chains. Now, bare thread space can add delicacy to your pattern, but it can also be a pain to deal with. Okay? Especially if I wear jewelry. Okay? Some of my jewelry can catch on things. And if you're planning on putting a cuff around a shirt or something, and it's dangling and you wear jewelry, know that that lace is going to catch on that bare thread space. Everything you wear is going to catch the bare thread space. So be careful where you use your bare thread space. You can convert any chain into bare thread space if you have your little notes. And what you want to do is keep your little chains, okay, handy, one. But your chains reflect what threads you use. Not everybody uses all kinds of threads. Some people have their favorite threads. Some people have threads that they work for this textile or that textile. But you need to know, if you use that thread, you need to know your stitch counts. That's where these little cards come in handy. Okay? I use, my favorite is this. This is Olympus. This is a 50-gram ball of Olympus. Now, I have some bigger balls of Olympus. I've got a great big ball of Olympus. Okay? It's the same thread. Cat's the same. No different. Same size. Just bigger. Just like Elizabeth. You get it in size 20. Okay? You can get it in size 10. You can get it in 20. You can get it in 40. And you can get it in 80. Well, they all come in a gram ball. Okay? Every one of them. This one is crochet cotton. She says it's 50 grams on this one. And this is 10 grams. Okay, sorry, I misspoke. This is 50 and this is 10. See the difference? But these little 10-gram balls go a long way. Don't think they don't. Okay? But then I've got these threads. Okay, these are the ones that the cards are missing on. I can't figure it. I really cannot figure it. These are other threads that I use. I did find the chronic. Okay, silk. Okay, I've got, this is Ceylon. Okay, I've got more silk. This here is mandarin floss. All right, I had some other flosses. Of course, they're probably with the other cards to be telling you the truth. But every one of these had a sample, so I would know stitch counts. This is Ceylon, or not Ceylon, this is chronic. And this is chronic floss, and it's a metallic, and this stuff is hair thin. Okay, we are talking seriously, seriously thin. Let me get it out here. Yeah, it's that thin. But I want to show you what this stuff looks like. And this you want to use with other threads, okay? It's a metallic. You see that? It's got a shimmer to it. Let me get closer. Can y'all see that? It's got quite the shimmer to it. And this thing here, it can get away from you. It's so tiny, tiny. But we've got tatting threads that is that tiny, tiny. Harala, she tats with sewing thread. I don't see how she does it. I'd be blind in a day. But she tats with sewing thread, quilter's thread. And, I mean, she doesn't think nothing about it. She really doesn't. But for me, that's not my cup of tea. My favorite size is a 40. And that's 40 tatting thread. I've got tatting thread from Handy Hands. This is size 40. I've got size 20. I've got DMC. I've got Alton Batik. I've got embroidery threads. I've got all kinds of threads. And I try my threads. I do. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to experiment and pick your favorite. Now, if I'm going to tat something for someone as a gift, I will always go to my favorite threads, okay? Because I'm used to the feel, I'm used to the way that they work, and my pieces tend to come out better, all right? Whereas if you buy Elizabeth only because of the colorways, all right? You don't really use it except for certain specific reasons. You're not going to know that thread as much as you do, say, your coordinate, DMC coordinate. Okay? So if you're going to make a gift, make it out of what you know is your favorite, and that's the DMC coordinate, not the Elizabeth. It's not pushing Elizabeth to the side. That's not what I'm doing. I'm saying pick your favorites, the ones that feel comfortable to you, just like your shuttle. Some people like bobbin shuttles, some people like post shuttles, some people like flat shuttles. Pick your favorite that you work with, that you enjoy working with, and use that. You can always buy your other pretties and have them in, on the sidelines. That's fine. But when you're going to sit down and tat for the exams, per se, for competition, for a gift, use what you're comfortable with, use the thread you like, and use your toolbox so you can get everything the way it's supposed to go. Okay? And if you do that, it will all come together. And that's what I was trying to show you. In the beginning, I didn't have the toolbox that I have now. And you can see the many mistakes. The toolbox helps you eliminate those mistakes. Hi, Barb. So, is there any questions on our tatting toolbox before we go any further? I'll wait. Patiently, I'll wait. I'm going to get me some coffee. Yeah, y'all, I'm being discriminatory here. That's what Facebook says. I'm getting me some coffee. And yes, I do like coffee. It's the only thing that keeps me going. That's to be quite frank and honest with you. What's the problem, Carol? What do you not understand? Do you have a question? If you do, I can answer it. Great. You love coffee? I do too. I put up a meme on Facebook a few days ago and they sent me a notification. I have been in Facebook jail now for about 4 days because I put up a coffee meme that said, I love coffee and I cannot start my day without it or something. Pam can tell you more about what it said. And they not only took it off of my Facebook page, but told me that it was discriminatory, it was false advertising, and that it was obtrusive, something. Can't even remember the word, and I'm like, why? It's just coffee, and it's not a lie. I do love coffee, you know. All right, so now here's what I want you all to do, okay? I want you to go out and get you some index cards. That's your first thing. Next thing I want you to do, cereal box. Okay, this is off of my bedding I bought for the bed in this rig. Something like this. Okay, it doesn't have to be very big. Now, you can get these little things here, all right, that are your ring binders on Amazon. You can get 12 for $12. Now, if you want 12 books, you got 12 books for $12. But you can also get those rings that they call them key rings or something that clip like this. You can use that. I will show you how to do that. We are going to make our own book. And we're going to make it very, very cheap. Okay? The reason I say we're going to make it very, very cheap is this you don't have to have. If you want to get it, you can. They have some where you can buy just one. All right? I don't know how much they are. The reason I got 12 is I am going to make all 12. All right? And I will be sending them out as gifts. Okay? It's a big secret who gets the gifts. But y'all, because you're my students, will go in the drawing. Okay? We've got... Pam, isn't it 1,200 students enrolled now or more? I've lost count. We're on part 3 of the email. But I'm going to put everybody's name in a drawing, and 12 people will get a custom-made tatting toolkit to start, okay? But for now, I want you all to work on your own because you can mix these kind of projects with tatting. And that's what I want to show you. Tatting is that versatile that you can make it fun in several different areas. We're going to learn in this class, we're going to learn how to put tatting on our clothing. We're going to make jewelry. We're going to do so much with tatting, it's going to blow your mind. Okay? Carol, I know it's stupid. I think someone that has a vendetta against me did it. So, yeah, that's okay. A-L-I. Yep. You got it. So, that said, okay, starting next week, our evening class, we are going to work on our tatting toolbox. So, what you need is a cereal box, okay? pair of scissors, some glue. You can get some double back tape. That would be nice to have. And you can get it by the roll. And get you some and show it to you. Get that out of the way. Let's see, where's the other one? I know it's in here. Just can't find it right now. Wouldn't you know? Oh, there it is, isn't it? Yep. Okay. You can get this at Walmart. You can't buy this at Walmart. You'd have to get this at like Michael's or Hobby Lobby. You can get this at Walmart. Any one of these three will work. And it makes life simple. Go to Dollar Tree. Okay. Get you some real pretty wrapping paper. Trust me on this. Pick you up a packet of real pretty wrapping paper. Or if you see a bag that you like, pick that up. That you can cover this with. And we're going to use the tape to do it. And then we're going to put our little ringy things in. Okay? And there's several things you can use. You can get one of these. You can get the little, I don't know what they're called, binder rings. That's what they're called, binder rings. All right? You can get those little binder rings, and we'll use those. Okay? You can use a photo book. Okay? You can get one of these. These were $6.95 Amazon, and they already have 2 tabs in there for you to use. Okay? Or you can get, as Pam said, a photo book. Anything that is small will work that you can flip through. Those little photo albums that you get at the Dollar Tree would be great, because then you'd buy your little index cards like this and just drop them in and flip. Okay? So whatever you want, write wallpaper samples. That's another thing. Teresa says you can use wallpaper samples because the stores are making changes for their season. So, yeah, we can do that. And you want to make it for yourself, okay? Something like this, you're not going to cover too easy with paper, okay? Sue, I'll go over that with them as soon as class is done, okay? But you can make this out of just about anything, all right? But I want to show you the easy way to make it and make it your own. But yeah, get you some paper, any kind of pretty paper you like, okay? And we can make it. But the plastic, no, you're not going to cover that too easy. Green is not my color. I won't lie to you. I do not like green. But you can make a slip cover for this real easy. You know, and then when it gets dirty, pull it off, throw it in the wash. Ah, the camera just fell. Sorry about that. The light's on it. There we go. Don't you fall again. But that's the gist of what we're going to be doing with the evening class. We're going to work on our tatting toolbox. We're going to get it all set up so you can thumb through, and all these little techniques that you're going to learn, you're going to keep them in that binder. And when you're working, you can just flip through that binder. So with that said, Sue has design class. She's starting her own YouTube channel. And Pam is going to send out her emails. We're having problems with YouTube. They just don't like us running as many classes. Yeah, I have purple duct tape. I'm going to have to use that next. I just got to be careful. It's stuck to a shelf right now. Dennis is going to hang it for me. It was sort of a rush job, I'm just saying. And but he's going to hang it for me and get it set up. Uh, but I'll get it handled. Anyways, back to Sue. She's going to have her own YouTube channel. And Pam will send out emails to everyone that wants to go to design class. And if you would like to be a part of the design class, let us know. And Pam will put you on a separate list for Sue's class. All right? And that way we can send everybody to Sue that wants design. All right? YouTube was fussing because I'm running 2 classes Tuesday and 2 classes Wednesday, and then Sue's running a class on Thursday, 2 of them. And they were fussing at us, saying we needed to do shorts. Excuse me, I don't wear shorts, so I ain't doing no shorts. Okay, let's get real. And then I found out what shorts is. It's like a 2-second video. And I'm sorry, y'all deserve better than that. I'm not going to do shorts because they say to. So the workaround is Sue's going to open her own YouTube channel. Pam will send out emails. And we are moving our email in the future over to the website. We are also looking at social media on our website. They offer both to us. And we are going to take advantage of that. I mean, I'm paying for it already. Why not? You know? So that is our goals for the future. But she says she's going to start class Thursday at 1 o'clock Mountain, 3 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock at night Mountain, and 8 o'clock Eastern. And Pam will send you the link to her YouTube channel. So, with that said, any questions before the camera falls off again? Because it's sort of kind of moving. I was afraid to screw a hole in that wall, but I guess I'm going to have to. It's on the other side of that wall is, I think it's the bathroom. I'm not sure. It's the bathroom or the basement. I don't know. So, he does, I don't. Yes, email Pam and she will fix a list for Sue's design students because she's got to get that list together to give to Sue. So your emails and stuff will be coming from us as far as going to her design class. Okay. Then her design class will be on her own YouTube channel. Does that make sense to everybody? Well, big problem is Sue wants to run longer classes, and with them already complaining for the 6 hours a week, yeah, that's not doable. And I don't want her to have to quit in the middle of a subject because YouTube says you can't go any further. Okay, Carol wants to go to design, and so does Janella, Pam. So just send an email to the class email, and Pam will get it all set up, and then she's going to send the list to Sue so that if Sue has something she needs to discuss with you all, she can go through you all. Okay? But she's going to be running her own design classes. The only thing Pam's doing is sending out the emails for her. Katia wants to go to him too, Pam. Anything else? Does it make sense to you, Fred? I tell you, folks, if it wasn't for Pam, I think I'd fall apart. She has been my right hand now for the past 2 weeks while I've gotten settled into this rig, because I had no idea where my laptop was. All my communication went through my phone. So, yeah, it was rough. And then I come back to find out, whoops, you've been put in jail. But, of course, I had a lot of people volunteer to bail me out. I just don't know what it cost. Probably kryptonite. No problem, Janella. Robin wants to go to design too, Pam. You want to go to design too, Harola? She's got some really neat ideas. I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna tell you what kind of fun stuff she's planning. But she's gonna be doing more than just working with Inkscape. Y'all might find that you're gonna like what she's got to offer. Fred, I'd be lost without mine. Yeah, Pam's wonderful. She's absolutely wonderful. She's staying on top of the email, and a couple of times she's called me, did you see something? And no, well, let me read it to you. So, Pam, Harold wants to go to design. Yes, you can do the design class without Inkscape, Fred. And that's the title of her new YouTube channel, Sue K Creates. I think it'll be beneficial to the ones that want to design. And Sue will tell you, I have no interest in design. When I tat for personal need. Okay, and it's, well, I want a doily for this specific spot, and it has to be this specific size. And that's when I create something. So I'm not a designer. Although I'm very creative. Sue can tell you that. She's been to my house. She can tell you that. So, but I like mixed media, so does she, and I like tatting to be involved in whatever I make. So, yeah, tatting is first and foremost my love. Everything else is second to that. So, anyhow, any more questions? Exactly, Teresa, exactly. Adobe Photoshop, I used to use that back in the day. It was like, pick it up and drop it over there and then squish it and stretch it out, you know. I could do that. But when you got into the details of E equals CMC, forget it. No, my brain can't wrap around that kind of stuff. So I am not a techie person. My husband is. All right, thank you. Oh, Sue. I'm just organized, not very organized. Well, right now, I'm not very organized. I just like to lay my hands on things when I go looking for them because I could lose the hat on my head, trust me, if I wasn't. It's killing me with being moved into this rig and I can't find anything. It's just, it's torture. And it's, I guess I inherited that from my mom. Jill Fisher too, Pam. Because she was like that. If she couldn't lay her hand on something when she went to go get it, she'd rip the whole house apart to find it. And then she'd look at the mess she created, and then she'd reorganize the whole house. I'm not nearly that bad. I just go out and buy another one instead of tearing the house apart. And then I find it after I buy the new one. And I said, well, I got two now. Cool. So I always have a backup of everything because of that. So, anything else, ladies? Anything else? Tom, you still with us? Jeremy, you still with us? Y'all got any questions? I have to say, though, Pam loves what she does. Don't let her fool you. She just absolutely loves what she does for us. She said the best part about what she does is she gets to play me. And I told her, I said, that's both a curse and a good thing. And she just won't listen to me. I love her to death, though. So anything else before we call it a night? All right, Jeremy, you stay safe. They got a hurricane coming across Mexico, and they're saying it may go into the Gulf. If it does, you be careful, okay? Yes. I wonder why. Yeah, y'all, please hit that like button. That makes our algorithm shoot through the moon and we get advertised. Remember, all the proceeds from this class that it makes goes to one of two things: the running of the classes in the website or scholarship. Okay? And the website is paid for the next 3 years. I paid 4 years in advance. So we've got 3 more years for the channel to start building funds. And cameras and things like that will come out. Okay? I don't take a salary, neither does Pam. All right? The rest goes in to the fundraiser for scholarships. So there you go. It's all going for good. I enjoy what I do. Pam enjoys what she does. Sue enjoys what she does. We have many, many volunteers along the way, and we thank them all. We have many designers as well, and we all work together for the common good. So, with that said, start saving your pennies for next year's Tat Days. We are going to be teaching an ANCARS class for beginners and intermediate ANCARS. So, Phyllis has talked me into this. Y'all remember that. She's going to get her dues. She is. So, but yeah, save your pennies. Come to Tat Days next year. It's going to be exciting. We're cheap. We're real cheap. If I can get a cup of coffee, I got my payment. So when I pull up, Fred, you better have the coffee pot on. I'm just warning. Teresa Orrin and Teresa Woods will tell you, I walk around at Tat Days with a Yeti cup full of coffee the whole time I'm there. I even bring my own coffee maker. That was before I had the rig. Now I just go home to the rig and get a cup of coffee. So, yeah. We camp right around the corner from Tat Days. So, save your pennies, folks. Save your pennies. So you can go to Tat Days. It is an experience you do not want to miss. So, that said, I am going to call it a night. The book that I found on Amazon. What was that book? Oh, that was Nanetta's book. Yeah, it's on Amazon. Amazon UK, I think. I'll send you the link. What flavor? I just like plain old coffee with cream and stevia. That's it. I'm simple girl. See, I told you, Teresa, she answered. She said it. In the summertime, I drink a lot of tea during the day, but I always revert back to my coffee. Doctor says I shouldn't have that much caffeine. I said, dude, if I don't have the caffeine, I ain't staying awake. So, but I'm going to call it a night. And I want to wish you all a wonderful night. Oh, the index book, you would ask. It's just a 3x5 index card binder. And it came with everything. Came with the cards, came with this, and it's even got a little pocket here. But you don't get to pick your colors. Teresa, when is Tat Days next year? Oh, wait a minute. It's on my birthday. It's on my birthday. So it's in August. When's it start? I can't remember. I just had a brain fart. August 17th. I should have known. Yeah, it's on my birthday. It starts on my birthday. That's my birthday present next year. So, yeah. We're not going to discuss how old I'll be. I will say this, I'm going to be 36. Y'all figure it out. It will be at Lambeth Inn at Lake Junaluska, okay, in North Carolina. This was this year's t-shirt. So yeah, y'all be there. I'll be square. Pam's going. We're gonna go by and pick her up. Harola's going, aren't you, Harola? Mm-hmm. You're gonna follow us. It is a beautiful place, folks. I am seriously telling you, it is an absolutely gorgeous place. Yeah, you can find them at Staples, Office Max, Office Depot. I have not seen them at Walmart's, but I'm not counting Walmart out. It's just this Walmart here. I had to argue with them to get my medicine refilled, you know. So, yeah, they thought because the doctor refilled for 90 days that because I got my 30 days last week or last month, I couldn't get any more. So, anywho, I'm going to call it a night. Last call for questions. And you all have a wonderful evening. I will see those of you that want to attend tomorrow's class for the advanced intermediate class. I'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Until then, may all your threads make beautiful lace and happy tatting. Have a wonderful night, guys. Thank you for coming and see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.